All right, welcome to Wedding 101. My name is Kevin, and I'm the owner of Complete Weddings and Events, and our booth is right over there, so come and check us out. We do lots of great services, DJ, photography, photo booth, lighting, videography, and you have to hold the button up. So yeah, always a challenge. And this lovely lady next to me is Ashley Bunch, and she's the owner of Bunches of Weddings and the coordinator. And so the two of us are going to walk through some topics this morning that to help you think about planning your wedding, some of the basics. We're not going to get into a lot of detail because I know this environment may not be conducive for that, but hopefully maybe get you thinking about some things. And I'm hoping that at the end of our little spiel, I'll ask a question and answer, because the last thing I want to do is stand up here and talk about stuff that you're not even interested in. So with that, we're going to go to this next slide. Oh, is that it? All right, so how to start your planning process, redirecting your focus, building the ultimate wedding from the ground up, and building a house. Wedding steps, kind of some overviews of what we're going to be talking about today, from the very beginning stages to, we're going to use a little illustration because I think that's most helpful in thinking about a process. And I want to thank Ashley for putting this all together because it was your artistic style. So let's go to the next slide.
All right, hi everybody. So early planning, questions to think about. What type of wedding are you looking to plan? What is most important to you? Where do I start? How do I plan a wedding? So these questions are all questions as a bride that you ask yourself when you start the process. And this is kind of how to redirect your focus and what's important. So yeah, we're just going to talk about these kind of topics. Okay, step one, a foundation. Okay, your starting point. Budget, guest count, and your venue. So these three things all kind of tie in together. These are a priority for your wedding. So think of it as a pyramid for your wedding. So you're gonna talk about your budget, where to start with your budget. You're gonna get a guest count, start with your guest list. That's going to affect your venue, and your venue is going to affect your budget. So all three of these things are kind of a one-stop shop together, and you kind of have to start with this before you can do anything else throughout the wedding. Step two, building your walls. So hiring a makeup coordinator. Where do I hire? Who do I hire? How do I find vendors? Can I get discounts? So hiring a coordinator at the beginning of the process is a lot more beneficial for you than at the end of the process. This person is going to be able to help you throughout the planning process. They're going to be able to give you highlights and keys into planning and guide you throughout the day. So, yeah, okay.
We're going too fast. You probably already have a question. I got questions. That's okay. All right, so here we're going to talk about the roof. Everybody, if you've been in a house without a roof, that's never a good idea, right? And as we talked about this, we know that, and you may not even believe this, and you may not believe me because I'm the DJ, but the DJ is going to play a significant role in your day. They're going to help you transition from the ceremony to the reception, the cocktail hour. They're actually going to be the voice that everybody gets to listen to and direct. And it's paramount that they are professionals and also understand how a wedding is supposed to go. Right? So if any of you ever been to a wedding that has maybe hired a friend, I know that's Ashley's personal favorite, you know, the brother that's going to be the DJ. It never really goes that well because they actually have a great understanding of music, right? But they don't understand that it's a very unique skill set to help direct your day, okay? Not only in that, they actually are there primarily to serve. not to be a part of the celebration. And that's what a lot of times happens when you get a cousin or a friend. They're actually there to have a good time. And so when you're trying to get through the day, you're actually trying to make sure that your signature dances are happening on time, or the photographer's in the room when they actually do the cake cutting. And unless you have a person that's really focused and part of the team, and that's what we love about working with Ashley, is that it's not about the DJ, it's about the event. And so we're going to work with Ashley to help make sure that things go real smoothly. And they actually provide a lot of direction. So one side note, with our company, we actually provide you with an awesome planning tool that allows you to articulate all your needs during the day. From how you want to be introduced, to what kind of music you want to hear, to playlist builders, to, hey man, don't play the chicken dance at my wedding because I don't want to hear it. That's the kind of stuff that we want to know, right? And we have direct access with that sheet as you're filling it out. Our DJ staff reaches out and they go through all of that so that by the time your wedding day happens, we know we're showing up a couple hours early. We're going to get everything going. You're going to be with your family and your bride and groom are together, and they're not worried about the DJ. They're just focused on the day. So, you know, again, just reiterating that, it's just a very fundamental role. And I mean, Ashley can speak into this. I mean, I'm the DJ, right? Like, this is what I believe, but share your thoughts on this.
So yes, now that my mic is not connected now. Okay, so yes, Kevin is completely right. It makes a huge difference when you're trying to transition your wedding and nobody's making announcements, your best friend's hanging out at the bar and you can't get them to come and run your show, basically. A lot of the communicating between a coordinator and the DJ is what a focus is of your wedding. So this is why it's super important, and this is what a lot of people skip steps when they're planning a wedding, and they go straight to the caterer, straight to your floral, and then at the end of your planning process, you're like, oh, I'll just get my best friend to do it. Well, your best friend's not going to know where to start your wedding and where to end it. So this is a really good transition for you guys to start with your venue and go to your DJ. So this is where we lead to your photographer and videographer.
Again, kind of plug these in, like the door of the house may not be realistic, but you know, it's just a visual. So again, you know, one of the reasons why I'm up here even talking is because of the access and my experience with videographers and photographers, and how important that is to you to have a professional, somebody that's familiar with your venue, somebody that's going to be there to make sure that not only your day goes well, but the photos that you're wanting are actually captured well. And I'm just going to share a little side note. You know, I know that photographer, you know, is very important. You want to have images and pictures of your day and all of that. But I'm telling you, if you have not considered at least initially thinking about a video, I want to highly recommend it. I actually, one of the funnest things we get to do is sell this product that's a great story of the day, right? It's changed a lot from when I was married, where, you know, the video camera weighed about 60 pounds and you watched the whole day over. I mean, who wants to do that again? It's a great day, right? But these movies that we do, they actually capture a lot of things that the bride and groom miss. Because the day, even though it's a great day, it goes way too fast. And so we get this feedback consistently from our brides that actually get the video thanking us for doing that, because they're seeing things in the background that happen all the time that they miss, or even capturing very special moments with elderly grandparents or parents that they know they're really going to enjoy. And then the final thing is just the legacy that you actually get to pass down to your family. That's live cinematic footage that will never really go away. The digital format we deliver this in is good forever. So just wanted you to encourage thinking about that. I know my daughter is just about engaged and we're thinking about this whole wedding, and I know it's crazy expensive, but the price of that is minuscule, and you think about the lifetime enjoyment that you actually get to have in that. So, and then finally, just that, you know, when you're looking at vendors for your wedding, I mean, I just really encourage you to do some research on them and meet with them. My wife and I, who own the business, we're primarily in this for relationships and professionalism, but we really desire to get to know our clients and serve them really well. And we may not be the best fit for everybody, I get that, but I just encourage you, as you're researching and getting ready to spend money, and I understand it's very expensive, there should be a connection with your vendors, right? And them also having an ability to prove that they can do what they say they're going to do. And so just really want to encourage you, as you're processing that, looking for, researching, and meeting with clients. If they're not willing to meet with you or share even referrals, and I do that all the time, and people, hey, can I talk to a bride that you work with, or vendors? I mean, love doing that, you know, so there you go.
All right, step 5, your final touches. So you're putting your windows on your house, you're doing the final touches of your house to make it look gorgeous and fun and enjoyable. So catering to your rentals, your florists, your photo booth, all that stuff is very important, and you do need that to have a fun, gorgeous, and enjoyable wedding. So with those, you know, not that they're, you know, last, but they're things that prioritize over that. So you guys need to redirect your focus and find what's important to you, what's going to make your wedding run smooth, okay? And then finally, the execution, your timeline, your bringing it all together, tying it all in is super important. Being organized before the day comes so that you can be a bride and you guys can enjoy your wedding.
Yeah, so the end of the day, right, this is a wedding. The end of the day, you guys are going to get married, and that's awesome. And that's really what the focus is, right? The focus for you guys is to have a great celebration and getting married. And I want to encourage you to always hold on to that and cherish that. In the midst of the day, we don't live in a perfect world, unfortunately. It's broken. Things are going to go maybe a little bit different than you thought they would. But at the end of the day, you're going to get married. You're going to have a great time. And so I think that just helps you keep it all into perspective, because that's really what a wedding's about, right? Can I get a yay, huh? Yeah, you're gonna get married, it's an awesome time. So I know it's really stressful, you're wanting things really awesome, perfect, and we are there to make sure that that happens, but again, things are gonna go different. We don't have much control of the weather, you know, I'm sorry about that. But we will be there to help you guys have a good time. So with that, you know, I just, open it up. If you have a question for Ashley and I related to some of the basics, or maybe something you're thinking about, field those now.
Thanks, guys. There's 2 more presentations. Oh, we got one question.
So, do you like book the church too, or is that something you do separate?
The church? It just depends, because it's 2 different venues. Some people go through their church because they go to that church, so it just kind of depends on if you're getting married at a church that you frequently go to, or if you're just looking for a church. Yeah. But yeah, that's full planning, so yeah.
All right, we got the first question out of the way. I know there's more.
Okay, come see us at our booths. There's 2 more presentations. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.